click here. Okay. All right. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning. Welcome. This is Active Aging with Barb. My name is Barb Eisenberg. I'm a physical therapist assistant and also a licensed massage therapist. I work for Therapy at Home. We provide physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy for anyone that needs it. So, last time I talked to you, we were talking about resolutions, and I said I wasn't a resolution person, but I do like to make positive changes, and I think about trying to make positive changes and start good positive habits instead of bad habits. I do have some bad habits. I'm trying to get rid of those, but I keep working on it, and I think sometimes with resolutions, you make one and then you don't keep it, and then you just don't even try anymore. So keep trying to make positive changes. So last time we talked about getting more active, being more physically active, and working up to the goal of 5 times a week, 30 minutes a day. That's the recommended daily amount to get the maximum benefits. Today, I'm talking about eating healthier, because I think everyone can do better at that, myself included, even though I've been a vegetarian for many years and a vegan for many years. There's still lots of things that I can do to make my diet healthier, my eating habits. So there's a superfood that you might not have heard about, and it is fiber. Why we would want to talk about fiber, and the reason is that only 5% of Americans actually get the recommended daily amount of fiber. That's a very small amount. That means on the other side, 95% of us, which is almost everybody, are not getting the right amount of fiber. So, very important. Why is fiber important? Well, it can lower our risk of heart disease, which is the number one killer in America. 121 million people have heart disease, which is almost 50% of us. Diabetes, it can lower your risk of diabetes, which about 34 million people in America have diabetes. Obesity, which is what some people call an epidemic right now. 70 million people, or about 40% of Americans, are suffering from obesity. And stroke is another big killer of people. Every 4 minutes someone dies of a stroke, and every 40 seconds someone actually suffers a stroke but doesn't die from it, but may be very debilitated. So all of those things, we can lower the risk for all of those major killers and major causes of hospitalization and chronic illness can be helped with better, improved, more fiber in our diet. So what can we do? How does fiber help? Well, there's 2 different kinds of fiber, and I'm just learning about this. There's soluble fiber and there's insoluble fiber, and they both do a little bit different things. Soluble fiber is the kind that you find in oats, in beans, in lots of fruits like apples and carrots, in grains like barley, and in prunes, your favorite fruit to help you with regularity is prunes, and that's got soluble fiber in it. The other type of fiber is insoluble fiber, and that's the kind that you think of as roughage. That's the kind that will just pass through without dissolving, and that you find that in whole wheat, in nuts, in beans, in vegetables like cauliflower, in legumes like lentils, and in apples. So you might notice there are some things that I mentioned that have both soluble and insoluble fiber. So the best thing to do is to get a wide variety of these kinds of foods. I brought a few with me here. So in the morning, you could have a whole grain cereal, like a whole wheat kind of a cereal or a bran cereal. You can have, you can make a bean salad or have beans and rice. Lots of ethnic foods include different kinds of beans. You can make a pumpkin soup, or you can make a bean soup, or you can just throw lots of different things in your soups. Make sure you put a lot of good spices and herbs in there to make it really flavorful. And make sure you have whole fruits in your diet, especially for snacks. I have to remind myself, if I want something crunchy, instead of reaching for a bag of chips, cut up an apple or get some orange slices. Apples are nice and crunchy. There's lots of other really good crunchy vegetables that satisfy that kind of need for something like a crunchy snack. Celery, cauliflower, broccoli. I couldn't think of broccoli. Apples is one of my favorite things for a snack, a healthy snack. Some people like celery. It's not my favorite, but if you put a little bit of peanut butter on it, it makes it even a much better snack for me anyway. Or almond butter. So those are some ideas. The one way to think about it is a great way to eat healthier is just to think about eating a rainbow. So something red like an apple, something orange like an orange or a carrot. Carrot sticks are nice and crunchy for snacks. Something green like lettuce or salads or broccoli. I could have broccoli for a snack. I would love that, but I like it better cooked. So that's just me. So the point is, fiber is something that most Americans are very deficient in, but we don't think about it that much. And the best way to get it is not necessarily to buy a pill or a powder, but to eat it in your foods and enjoy it. So find foods that you really enjoy that have good soluble and insoluble fiber, and increase that amount of fiber so you can reduce your risk of all of those big killers: heart disease, stroke, obesity, diabetes. Okay, so healthy foods are one good habit we're going to work on in the new year, and we're going to get moving more also in the new year. So happy New Year. It's New Year's in some places in the world, not quite yet here, but soon. So let's go to that other good habit. We're going to get moving some more, and we're going to start with a warm-up. Okay, usually start with a march, getting the blood pumping, lifting knees. You can push your toes into the ground to get your calves activated, and starting with some deep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Big march, just getting started. Pushing with your toes, lifting your knees. So we're starting to stretch the hips a little bit. Trying to work as many muscle groups as possible so that you can increase your range of motion and increase your strength of the muscles. So we try to do some stretching and strengthening throughout the whole session, and also work on your balance. But if you have some issues with your balance or you're not comfortable, make sure you have a chair nearby. We could also use that for some of the stretches. Now we're going to switch to kicks, and we're going to kick to the front. So you're not lifting your hips, you're not using your hips, you're just kicking out in front. And I'm going to switch off, kicking front and then kicking to the side. To get a little rotation in the hips, waking up the hips. Kicking to the side, and we'll kick to the front. And side, and front. and side. Get ready to change it up, and front. Side, and front. And you can add an arm to get a little more twist. And front. Just swinging the arms. We're staying relaxed because we're still warming up. And side. Get a little twist. Front. And side. Swing if you want to swing higher. Get the shoulders going a little more. And side. Good work. Get ready to change it up. And we'll go side to side in a minute. All right, side and tap. And bending the knees a little bit gets the heart going a little more and activates the quads, these large thigh muscles. Side and tap, bend and tap. A little knee bend and tapping the toe, waking up the feet. Breathing deep. Good work. All right, let's add an arm. Good job. Now we're really bringing the core into the picture. Reach and tap, reach and tap, reach and tap. If you want to make it a little harder, do both arms. Amazing what a difference that makes. Big deep breaths. And you can reach to the front like a punch. Reach and tap, reach and tap. And then up for 4. And front for 4. And up for 4. And punch for 4. Up for 4. And punch for 4. Up. Punch. Now we're going to step side to side. Little different work with your hips. And reach. Side step with a reach. Side step. If you want to make it harder, make your step a little bigger. A little bigger. And reach a little higher. Reach. And you can reach with both. Reach. Almost done with the warm-up. Deep breaths. Good job. Remember to send me a message if you think about it. I want to hear from you and see what you think. All right. Shoulders and legs. Got the heart rate going now. We're going to get the shoulder moving. Figure 8. So you circle in the front and back, trying to go bigger and bigger. Bigger and bigger. Rotating on your spine. Bigger. Bigger if you want to reach all the way to the ground. That's great. So you're bending your knees. And other side. Starting small and making those circles bigger and bigger. So you're stretching the back of your shoulder and the front of your shoulder. So muscles are always kind of in pairs. When one side is stretching, the other side usually is working. Good job. Bigger and bigger. And we're going to do both arms together. So circle back and forward. Back and forward. Elbows back and elbows forward and up. So you're just making big circles in one direction and the other direction. Really working the shoulder joint. And also working the back. If you can see, here I'm rounding my back and here I'm arching the back. So you're kind of using your arms as a lever, like a can opener, to pull on your back in one direction and the other direction. Feeling some cracking going on. Things are loosening up. 3 more. 2 more. And 1. Feels good after that snow shoveling I did the other day. All right, let's go to some hip flexion. So we're going to go up, out, back, and down. Up, out, back, and down. Up, out, and down. Up, out, back, and down. Now let's go straight leg. Up, 2, 3, 4, and flex. 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go. This time we're going to work both legs at the same time. So bend this, your standing leg, and then as you come up onto your toe, kick that leg out. So we're working both sides. Bend this leg, and then as you come up, kick that leg out. Really working both legs this time. And down. So bend this knee, and then as this one kicks out, you're going up on your toe. So you're really loading up this leg, this quad, but you're also working the other leg. It's hard on your balance, so grab onto that chair. Up on your toe and down. Let's switch legs. So bend this other leg, your standing leg. You start with it bent, and as you kick this leg out, then you're up on your toe and lower down. Up on your toe, kick, and down. Bend this leg, up and up on your toe, and down. Up on your toe, and down. Couple more. Up on your toe, so we're working calf, we're working quad. On this side, we're working hip because we're loading up that hip joint. 1 more. Up with, straighten this leg, and then kick that leg out as you rise up on your toe. There's a lot going on there, so if you didn't get it this time, we'll do it again next time. All right, now we're going to do straight leg to the front, and then out to the side. Front, and out to the side. Front, and side. Front, and side. Other side. Front, and side. Front, and side. When you go to the side, try to keep your knee pointing to the front. That works your hip abductors, and that's a really important muscle for balance. So front and side, front and side. Couple more. Front and side, front and side. Let's just do a couple more on each side. Front, side, front, and side, and switch. front, side, front, and side. Let's go back to shoulders, but we're going to work the legs at the same time. So feet a little wider than hip width. Bend the knees, so we're working the quads. And we're going to go arms straight out in front and reach up and then reach out. Good. Up and out. Let's go up and down. Up and out. So bend, up, bend, out. Up. So we're working coordination here too. Reach up and reach out. So we're reaching when you come up and bending when your arms come down. Out with the arms and up. Out and up. Really working the posture muscles, the deltoids, the lats. Out. Good work. And out. Back to hips. All right, we're going to be working the glutes in a couple of different directions. So bend your knee, and the first one we're going to push straight back. Knees are even to start, and then push back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And other side. Knees are even, and then push back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the other way. So instead of having your knee even with your other knee, you're going to turn your knee out and lift up into the back. So you're going on a little bit of an angle. Instead of pushing straight back, you're lifting up and out to the side. Let's see how you can see that the best. So up and out to the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Other side. So bend the knee, turn it out, and lift up into the back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You should feel maybe a little aching in your glutes. That's perfectly what we were looking for. All right, back to shoulders. So we're going to bring the legs in there too. So start with a little bit of a bend in your knees, and we're going to push to the front and push out and push back. Push front, push out, and push down. Push front, push out. We're working triceps, and for extra work, we got the knee bend. The little plie works these quad muscles. So pushing front, pushing out, pushing down. Front and out and down. Front and out and down. Front and out and down. And then I'm going to reach up. Give those legs a break. Front and out and down. Reach up as high as you can. Front and out and down. Reach up. Front and out and down. And reach up. One more. Front and push out and down. Reach way up. Good job. All right, now we're going to work the core a little bit, but still bringing in the legs. So let's bend one knee. We did these the other day a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of a lunge to one side, and you can even put your elbow on that knee. You're going to reach over, reach as far as you can, and then come up and pull. So like you're pulling on a rope. So reach and then pull back. So you're shifting your weight side to side, bending this side, reaching as far as you can, and then pull. Shift your weight to the other knee. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Good. Let's go a little faster for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's do other side. So bend the other knee, reach over to the side, reach a little farther if you want to use that knee for support. Reach as far as you can. If you want to work harder, then you don't hold on there. And you pull, bending the other knee. Reach as far as you can and pull. Reach and pull. Reach. It helps to imagine that you're pulling on something because it makes your muscles work harder. And reach and pull, shifting the weight from one leg to the other. And we'll do 4 a little faster. Reach and pull, reach and pull, reach. One more, reach and pull. Good job. All right, now we're going to do a little lunge to the front. So take a big step and reach to the front and pull back and step back. Let's try that again. Step and reach, pull back and step back. Step, reach, pull back and step back. Step and reach, pull back, step back. Let's do other side. So big step forward and reach. When you do that, you're loading up this leg, but you're also working your core because you have to hold yourself up. All right, reaching, pull back, and step back. Step and reach, loading up, pull back, step back. Step and reach, pull back, step back, step and reach, pull back, step back. Good job. Let's stretch out the hips a little bit. Use your chair if you need it. Heel is up. We're going to stretch out the hamstrings. First, I'm going to place my hands on my thighs, bending from the hips. So bending from this hip crease to stretch the back of the leg, back of the calf. And come forward. Deep breaths. Releasing any extra tension in that hamstring muscle and the calf muscle. You can go up and down with your toe. A little more stretching. And switch. Other heel up. Bending from the hip crease, coming forward. Deep breathe. Stretching here, stretching here. Okay? Up and down with the toe. And we'll stretch the inside of the thigh. So leg out to the side, bend this leg. Most of the weight is on this leg. Feeling a stretch here. That long adductor that don't get much attention. And breathe. Try not to round the back. Head up, chest up. And shift to the other side. Weight is on this side. Toes pointing forward, stretching the inner thigh. Good job. All right, a little balance work. So let's tap in the front and circle around to the back. So tap front, circle around, tap in the back. Ooh, there I go. Should have been holding on to my chair. But that's good. That wobbling is your balance reflexes. And if you use them, they get stronger. Tap in front, circle around, tap in back, front, circle around, tap in back, front, circle around, front. We're also working the hip range of motion while we're working balance. Front, circle back, one more, front, circle back. A let's switch sides. Toe out in front and circle around to the back. Front, circle around, front, circle round, front, circle round. Try to keep their core tight as you move that leg. Might not be able to get it out as far, that's fine. You work within your comfort zone. Front, circle around, trying to keep this leg, this knee perfectly straight the whole time. So you should feel maybe a little stretch in the hip when you go to the back. One more. Circle round. All right, let's do some what they call a clock. So you're going to go shifting weight at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, up, 3 o'clock, lift, 4 o'clock, lift, 5 o'clock, get the idea, and 6 o'clock, shifting back. Okay, we'll start again. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. You can put your foot down in between if you need to, but try to challenge yourself. 2 o'clock, up, 3 o'clock, up, 4 o'clock. Got some cracking in my ankle. It's loosening up. 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock. And together. Let's do other side. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, up, 3 o'clock, up, 4 o'clock, up, 5 o'clock, up, 6 o'clock, and up. Good. 12 o'clock. 1, we're just shifting our weight, working the balance, working toes, working hip, because we're doing single leg stance, what they call when you have all the weight on one leg, and 6 o'clock. Good job. Let's just do a little neck stretch. So looking one direction and the other direction. Hold for a few seconds. Deep breathe. And hold the other direction. And breathe. Let's do a circle. And circle. And circle. And the other side. Circle. And circle. And circle. All right, let's do a little rotation. Stretch out our spine. So hands out to the side and wrap around as far as you can. Look over that shoulder. Little twist. Reach as far as you can. And then open up the arms. Way out to the side and then wrap the other way. One hand to the shoulder, other one behind your back, and look over your shoulder. Deep breathe. Twists are another good thing. They're really important for your digestion. They can help kind of give your internal organs a massage. Out and down. Let's do just a little single leg stand, strengthening this hip, working your balance, trying to let go with one hand. Whoop. You might wiggle like I just did. That's normal. Those are your balance reflexes. Try not to use your chair. And we're trying for about 30 seconds on each side. Working up to 60 seconds on each side. The one study showed if you do 3 minutes a day, 1 minute 3 times a day, standing on one leg, you can actually increase your bone density in that hip. So great exercise for bone strength, for muscle strength, for balance. Hold it. Try not to use your chair. Deep breath. And another deep breath. Couple more deep breaths. You're almost done. And blow it out. Deep breath in. And blow it out. One more. Release any extra tension. And blow it out. This is Active Aging with Barb. Thank you for joining me. Happy New Year. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.